Hey guys, it's Deirdre from Vegan Delight, and I'm here with John, and we are going to talk about, are we going through a midlife crisis? So I got a comment a few weeks ago in my comment section after one of my videos saying, so what's the deal with you guys? What's with all the exercise? Are you going through a midlife crisis? What do you think about that?
Well, I think that someone that would post that on there doesn't really know what a midlife crisis is, because a midlife crisis, a crisis has to do with depression, and so if you're going through a midlife crisis, you're depressed, right? And if you're depressed, if you've ever looked up what the symptoms of what clinical depression is that you have overwhelming feelings of sadness that it stops you from living your normal life. So if anything, I think the amount of activity we're doing is in direct opposition to a midlife crisis. But I mean, it's here nor there. I mean, no matter what, on these channels, you're going to get, someone could post up, "Hey man, I hate your hair," when I love my hair. So you know what I mean? It could be like, and I'm making a bad joke, but it's really, a lot of people say things and they write stuff on the internet that doesn't really make any sense. But if anything, I think the exercising, the amount that we do actually, I think prevents me from having a midlife crisis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know me personally, and this is just the way I am, and I've if I'm not active, I become destructive. So I find that having, doing this much exercise actually lets out all the energy that I have. Because if I wasn't doing this, I would be doing something else, and it might not be as productive. So I find it actually prevents me from having negative thoughts and becoming depressed and feeling like that, right? Because I'm out there and I got a challenge every day, and I have weekly goals, daily goals, yearly goals, around cycling and what I want to do. And it's not only that, it's all the great people that I've got to meet through the sport. I could list off all these people. I met them on Strava, Facebook, all these great guys that I met through cycling. We go out, we go ride together. It's such a great community. Like, give you an example, we went down to Florida, and I met up with a guy that I knew up here. His name's Dave, and I hooked up with him down in Florida, and we started riding with a group. We met another great couple, Keith and Ruth, that you guys we mentioned in a couple of videos. Great people, and if it wasn't for cycling, I wouldn't be able to meet those people and build those relationships. So that's another huge part about it, that we like about it, as well as there's this huge social circle around triathlon, endurance sports, where we go out and we get to socialize with these people and exercise. So there's that part of it that we love.
And also, like, we exercise a lot now, and we do, it may seem excessive, but we've always exercised this way. So when John and I first met, we met in the gym. Our first date was snowboarding. Our first vacation was a snowboarding trip. So we've always exercised a lot.
And it's built up too. Like, I remember when we started, we always worked out, but I remember starting the endurance sports, I went out for a run. I remember I went out down the street and back. It was a 3-kilometer run. And when I came home, I felt like, I felt like $1 million. I'm like, I made it happen out there. 3K, that's a serious run. I didn't stop once, right? And now that's, so it's not something you wake up one day and you're going on a 150-kilometer ride. Like, you build up into it. You go, okay, hour ride. Oh, wow, I did 50 kilometers this week. Then you string together a couple 50-kilometer rides. And next thing you know, you do a 60. And then, one day you go out and you go, oh, I did 90 kilometers. I was on the bike for 3 hours today. And then you don't do it again for a long time because it absolutely tore you apart. Then 3 hours turns into a regular thing. Then it's a 6 hour. So, I mean, it takes years to build up that kind of endurance. So someone sees what we're doing. It didn't happen overnight. Like, this is, 2 years of us starting out, where literally I started doing a 3-kilometer run down the street, came home and felt like $1 million. Mm-hmm. Thought I conquered the world because I ran 3K, right? So it's really a progression. So anyone just tuning in and saying, oh God, this guy did a 4-hour ride, he's crazy, he did a 3-hour ride yesterday. It wasn't, I didn't wake up and start doing that. It was slowly built into it.
Yeah. And also, it's been such a great thing for our relationship. Like, it's something that we can do together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's really been, it's really been great for our marriage. We were having some tough times, and the whole reason we got into this was for our marriage. I don't know if Deirdre, another same story in one of her other videos, but we wanted to. The whole reason we got into running was to do something together. So we hired a coach, and then we were running with her. Then she said, you know what, you guys should get a bike and try swimming. And then she got us into triathlon, and we were going to the races together, and we do our runs together, go do our swims together. And so not only was it we were spending all this time together, but we had like a common goal. We had a common passion that there was something that we both loved that we got to do together. So it's like, oh, hon, how's your swim doing today? Oh, you did it this time, you did that. Oh, you're running tomorrow. Oh, that's great. Maybe I'll do my run with you. And it really brought us together, and it has been the best thing, for our marriage. It's something that, I feel blessed that we got to stumble upon this together, and it's been so good
and we
for
really
us.
stumbled upon it. Hey?
Yeah, it was just an idea. Oh, we should run together, and then it was a huge evolution, where back then I was probably 20-30 pounds heavier, and running now is hard for me. 185 pounds running now is hard. Imagine it, running at 210, 215 was killing me, but
Yeah. Yeah, and I was probably about 155 pounds when I first started running.
yeah, we're both 20 pounds heavier.
Wow,
probably.
yeah, 20 pounds heavier. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's the best thing that we ever did. And like, we love doing the endurance sports. And, I think everybody should be doing something like this, like either swimming or biking or running. Like, you just feel so good, and you're outside in nature. Like, that's what's so awesome about it too.
Yeah. Any sport, like, it's not just endurance
Yeah.
sports, but I mean team sport, you play squash or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think we just need to, as humans, we need to be active. We need to, not only do we need to be active, but we need to have some type of goal. And I think your goals need to be related to some type of activity. I've had goals my whole life. I started a business, ran the business, and I did all that, but I have to have this on the side. There's something about having goals, having fitness goals, and you don't have to be going for a gold medal in the Olympics, but maybe it's shave 15 seconds off your 1 kilometer run, or I want to go to a swim meet and I want to swim a 200-meter freestyle in 4 minutes or whatever it is, right? And that constant, I think as humans we need to be pushed, and we always need to push ourselves. Otherwise we become stagnant, and that's when you become depressed. Mm-hmm. Right? You movement is life. And the minute you stop, and I meet people all the time, and the people that I meet that are the unhappiest are the people that don't have jobs, they don't have family, they're doing nothing in their lives. They have nothing to worry about, nothing to think about. And I think as humans, we all need to be pushed. We all need to be pushing ourselves forward, because if you're not going forward, you're going backward. And that's what I love about the sport, not only the social aspect that, I feel like I'm banking points towards my my health and my future. Like I'm banking years. I can become old, like stay young for as long as I can doing this. But so there's social aspect, there's the health aspect, there's being able to push yourself, and it's all these things I think that we need in our lives to feel good about. Because if it's so easy, you don't even have to get out of bed to think something negative. We gotta try to be positive, or if you don't, I think it's instinct to just be negative and become depressed. We got to work, mind and body, to be better and push forward, right? So I mean, that's what I think about.
Yeah. So you don't think it's a midlife crisis?
No, I don't think it's a midlife crisis. I mean, I appreciate the guy.
I think he might have been a little bit joking, but I'm not really too sure.
That's the thing about the internet too. Someone could post something up. I remember a guy posted something on my Strava, and he was making a joke, and I didn't take it as a joke, and then I kind of felt bad. So like it's weird with the internet. But if whoever posted, you want to come out and you want to do a ride or a run with us or whatever you want to do, if you feel like you're watching these videos and you'd like to get into the sport or do something, but you're maybe be intimidated, we'd love to help you out, or you want to go for a run.
Yeah, and when people ask me like about doing the sport, or am I too old or this or that, like we were such beginners when we started.
Yeah.
You don't understand. Okay, both of us were overweight. First of all, we'd never swim, bike, or run really ever.
Never.
Like we weren't endurance athletes. We were just gym rats. And I was 32. So yeah, like you're never too old or too slow or too fat or anything to start any kind of sport. Just do it. Like if you're interested in it, totally.
I got a guy I cycle with. He's 65 years old. He kicks my ass. He can just ride me right off his wheel. 65 years old. The guy's 30 years older than me. So it's not, it's not age. It's all about your mind and how badly you want it and how much you're willing to put into it.
Yeah, and that's in the triathlon too. Like they write your name on your calves. I have girls 10 years, 15 years older than me that are blowing by me on the run. So, it's never too late. Yeah.
So hopefully I don't have a midlife crisis, but I think we work hard enough to stay away from that. And just like I was saying earlier, I think that we have to work hard at all aspects of our life. We have to work in our job or our business to be financially secure. We have to work at our emotions to be emotionally secure. We have to work at our relationships to have good relationships with people. Like nothing good in life you stumble upon. It's everything good in life you have to work for. And like us, we have a great marriage now because we worked for it. We both wanted to have a good marriage. We just didn't stumble into it. We spent years going to therapy. We spend time together. We work on our communication. So it's like that in anything in life. If you want to have a good, happy, healthy life, you have to work on all aspects of your life. You can't just say, oh, I want all this money and then neglect your relationships and your family and your health, because you'll never be happy. And then vice versa. You can't go work out all day and then have no money, because you won't be happy with that either, right? So, I think it's a big balancing act. Yeah. But and we work on it every day, and I think that's why we're blessed.
Yeah, and we're happy. I think people that have midlife crisis, they're not happy.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You're having a crisis. You're depressed, and if you're depressed, you have overwhelming feelings of sadness that inhibit you from living your day-to-day life. Like that's the definition of it, right? So, but
we eat a lot of sugar and a lot of fruit, so that makes us really happy.
Almost too much. Almost too much sugar.
It's too much happiness.
No, too much happiness.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. I thought that would be a cute topic. If you guys liked the video, press the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video.